Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Complex as we get ready now for the next ball game, and it will be, Canyon View is the home team, and they will be in the field to begin with. We'll start now with the North Sanpete Lady Hawks. First pitch is a swinging strike, fouled it off, and it'll be one strike to the leadoff hitter, Dally Bailey, as this is the final games for these teams now, for the night at least. Again, the winner goes on to move on. The loser will go home. Season will be over. Next pitch, same thing, a little foul off to the left-hand side. Pitching is Peyton Lister for Canyon View, and catching is Cameron Allen. We'll get to the rest of the positional players here in just a moment. 0-2 the count here to Bailey. Called strike 3 here for the first batter. Strikeout, Dally Bailey. Madison Stedham will now come to the plate. And again, Aaron Robinson at first base for Canyon View, and Jada Glebe at second base. Next pitch, going to be high and outside to the batter. Ball 1. Brings it a little bit inside, ball 2 to the batter. So Madison Stedman there with a 2-0 count in a good spot for her. Hit to the ball to the left side, in between third and short. It'll begin for a base hit. So a nice job there by Madison Stedham to get the first hit of the ball game. Moves her to first, brings up Lucy Aldroyd. I believe I've been calling her Lacey, but as I look at some of the stuff here, it's either Lucy or Lacey. We apologize for whatever we're doing wrong, but on this we got now is Lucy Aldroyd. Nice base hit by there. Next pitch, going to be high and outside, ball 1 at the plate now with Oldroyd. Next pitch is outside. Nice breaking ball on the outside corner. Gets a hard swing and nothing but air by Lucy Oldroyd there on the outside part of that plate. Again, we do have a runner at first. Madison Stedman at first with a base hit here. Ball's going to be, boy, when she takes a little bit off, she really takes a little bit off. There's a huge difference between her first pitch and that changeup right there. And she's got a nice breaking ball on the outside. Tough pitching right there. Multiple pitches. Ripped it down the line as Oldroyd is going to get through the base left fielder, and it's going to cause a run to come around and score from first base, does Madison Stedham on the hit and then the air. So Oldroyd gets a single, and then on the air goes to second and gets the RBI. So ripped down the line by Oldroyd. And then a fielding error in left field caused the rest to go. Peyton Lister, Heather Howarth is at the plate now to bat. And so once again, they'll bring the pitch outside corner, called strike 1 to Howarth. Pitch comes, a nice floater. That is such a change when she throws that floater in there. It looks almost like it's got arch on it, but it just floats in there. Nice job pitching by Peyton Lister. Outside corner, ball called, 2-1 the count. Just missing on that outside corner. Howarth with a 2-1 count now in her favor. Outside again, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Canyon View comes in as the number 6 seed. Ball is swung on and fouled back. It'll be a full count now. Again, Lucy Oldroyd at second base, having knocked in the runner Stedman. Ball is hit hard to the right side, picked up by the second baseman, over to the first baseman. That's an out there. Nice play by Jada Gleave to Aaron Robinson to record the second out. Yeah, but they are able to move the runner over, so I guess we can call Haworth as a sacrifice to move the runner to third. And that'll bring up Peyton Johnson, the pitcher.
Johnson is now batting. Miramontes on deck, already in the hole.
So Peyton Johnson at the plate. Miramontes in the on deck. Nice pitch there. Floated that one in there. Peyton Johnson, strike one. Floats it on the inside corner. Ball. 1-1 the count. And the pitch comes. Outside corner call. Strike two to Peyton Johnson. Two outs in the inning. Runner at third base now. Swing and a miss. Strike three the call. So started the inning with a strikeout, ended the inning with a strikeout. But it was what happened in between that cost a 1 run for North Sanpete. So after one half of one inning, it's North Sanpete 1 and Canyon View 0 coming to bat in the bottom of the first. We'll be back.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork, and it looks like they were setting North Sanpete tonight in this ball game. We'll go back to Peyton Johnson on the mound here. Peyton Johnson will be throwing, setting the defense for them. Indigo North back in the catcher, and then Lucy Oldroyd at first, Bree Allred at second. Heather Haworth goes back to third. Dally Bailey comes in. Madison Stedman in left field, Jada Bailey in center, and Emily Strait in right field. And that's the defense set, and Miramontes is the flex player tonight in this ball game. So it's set here with Aaron Robinson, the first baseman, up to bat. Slaps the first one past the third baseman into left field, and that's the slap technique to its best right there. Beautifully done by Aaron Robinson. On the first pitch, slaps it right past the third baseman into left field for the seemingly easy single right there. And so runner on, nobody out. Kenley Clove, get this name right. Kenley Clove comes to the plate now, batting right-handed. And Johnson at the pitching circle. Brings it to the outside, ball one. Ball one outside. Johnson brings the next one down the middle, takes a little off, fouled back. Strike one. 1-1 the count. Kenley Clove. Bottom of the first. And North Sanpete ahead 1-0. Now give me time to adjust the thinking here to the new teams. 1-0. North Sanpete pulls the chain there, but it's outside. Ball. 2-1 the count. So 2-1, here we go. Peyton Johnson threw the first game. And then Howarth came in for her in that game and threw the second one also. So pitches inside, so using both of these pitchers back and forth. 3-1 the count now in the favor of Kenley Clove here with a runner at first base in the person of Aaron Robison. We got Cameron Allen on deck and Sydney Webster in the hole. Swing at an outside breaking ball, and that'll run the count full here. 3-2 now. And like I said, Sydney Webster is in the hole. Cameron Allen on deck. Kenley Clove at the plate with a full count. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. Strike three on the play. Nicely done there by the pitcher Peyton Johnson for the first out of the inning. Strike three. First strike out of the ball game. Cameron Allen is the catcher, and she steps in now with one out and one on against Peyton Johnson. Pitch on the outside. Goes through the glove of the catcher. That's a passed ball. Took her eye off looking at the runner and lost that ball. It goes to the screen, so the runner advances on a passed ball. And that will be a one-ball count to Cameron Allen also. Pitch coming to the plate, a little bit high. Ball two now to Cameron Allen. Sydney Webster on deck, and Peyton Lister, the pitcher, in the hole. Winner of this ball game moves forward. Like we've mentioned, we'll play one of the semifinal losers tomorrow morning. Pitch there is inside, ball three. So they'll have a little bit of time off as the undefeateds will go at it early in the morning. And then these teams will step back in and play the losers of those ball games in the drop downs. So they're getting closer. A lot of work has to be done on the backside when you lose one of those first games. Ball four there to Cameron Allen, so she'll take a 4-pitch walk right there. And she'll go to first base and move, Aaron Robison at second place already. There'll be a runner come in, and the number on the back of that jersey, that hoodie, I couldn't quite see it, but there is a runner in for Cameron Allen, the catcher, and Sydney Webster will be at the bat. One down on the strikeout. Runner at first and second. Pitch is outside. No matter how hard you try to frame that as a catcher, it's not going to get called as far out there as that one was. A nice job by Indigo North trying to frame that, trying to get that pitch. But that was way out there. Lister, the pitcher, is on deck. This is Sydney Webster, the third baseman. Another pitch outside and low. Ball two.
See, I saw that and I saw 15-15.
So 5 straight balls thrown here now by the pitcher. Peyton Johnson is struggling to find the plate now. And 5 straight balls in a row. See what she can bring here. Swing and a miss there. That was outside again, but Sydney Webster helped her out there swinging at that outside pitch. 2-1 the call is the count now. So she'll step back in, will Sydney Webster. Johnson brings it. Stand on that outside corner, but just that. Oh, she got it there. Okay. So it's 2-2 is the count. With one down, 2-2 the count.
I would say 16-5. Oh no, is this?
So Johnson sets and brings it outside, but reaches out and slaps it, does the batter. The runner didn't go with runner at first was afraid of running into the ball, so she just stood there at first. They had the possibility of an inside-out double, but they do get the out as they'll get Sydney Webster at first base. And that will be the second out, but it does move Robinson to third and Cameron Allen to second. And again, the inside-out double was a possibility there. They do get the one. It does bring now Peyton Lister, the pitcher, to the plate. And that's a called strike there to Lister.
Well, with that 11 runs, I would think. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Or 11, whatever those are.
Johnson approaches it again. Staying on that outside corner, but that's way out there. And in fact, the pitch that Webster hit to the right side actually would probably have been called a ball too. It was out there a ways, but she reached out and slapped it. You do, I guess, have to cover up when you got 2 strikes on you, and that's what she did. So a called ball there. It's a 2-1.
Well, she came down to play at BYU.
2-1, Peyton Lister. Jada Gleave is on deck.
So she's older than me.
Fouled away by Lister. 2 strikes now. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, so you're like, I'm not that old.
2-2 the count. Getting a little bit late here, folks. We understand that, but that's because of the weather. Late start because of the weather today. Ball is hit by Lister into center field. It's going to, nice diving catch, basket catch. But did she lose it? She must have. It looked like she caught it, but when she rolled over, she knew that she had missed it, and so she popped back up and threw it to second. But a run will score.
So what are you going to call that? Error?
That was a tough play to make right there. That was.
I can't see the glare.
It would have been a hit as she made a diving attempt for it, just unable to hang on to it.
Two come in?
Just one came in.
No, because they only have one runner.
Okay, the second runner did come in. They cleared the base with that one. So Cameron Allen also came in on that play. But runners with 2 were breaking. Runner goes down to second, not in time. And so Lister with a stolen base also.
So we're going to give it a single. I'm going to give it a single. Stolen base.
So 2-1 the score now, if we've got everything put together just right now. Lister on second base. Strike call on the batter. Lister on second. If we got it right, 2 runs scored, 2 outs, and a runner on second. There we go.
Oh, I don't know what the score is, or what the thing is.
It's 2.
Am I right or wrong, or I don't know what I am. Because I still was trying to figure out what. Now it's 2
Strike
and
2.
1 and 2?
Yeah.
Let's not be difficult here.
1-2 is the count now. 2 away. And again, Jada Gleave at the plate with Gracie Burt on deck.
1 and 2, you said.
Pitch comes. Pop up to the left side. Third baseman's angling over for it and will take the catch right on the baseline. So that's, regardless of whatever the count might have been, it's an out. So it's a fly out to number 5. That's the third out. And that's the end of the first inning. At the end of 1, it's 2-1 in favor of Canyon View. We'll be right back.
We're giving them 2 hits.
So Nancy pulls these out, and I'm like, do you believe you saved my life? I'll get some shots.
We gave it a hit instead.
It was one of those. I mean, the gal made a great play on it, just didn't come up with it.
We gave her a single.
It wasn't a routine play where she just dropped it.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert. Jones and DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork. Miramontes is in the batter's box. Takes a swinging strike on the first pitch. Hits the next one right up the middle. Diving attempt by the second baseman, Glee, but not able to come up with it. So Miramontes with a hit there, single up the middle, puts her on first base and brings Bree Allred to the plate. Bree Allred, the second baseman, first at bat in this ball game.
I don't think I have any chocolate out in my car. Oh, I do have chocolate out in my car. The hazelnut things,
Again, for
they were on sale after Easter.
For Canyon View, they got Gracie Burton right, Madison Fuller in center, and Smiley Spencer in left field. Now a bit of a timeout is called here and some discussion taking place. Miramontes is the runner at first base. A discussion with the coaching staff now.
So are they totally done over there? Over at 2A? No.
So whatever the discussion was, maybe it had to do with the batting order or something like that. The official was fine with it. So Bree Allred is at the plate now. Bree Allred, the second baseman. Indigo North will be on deck, and Jada Bailey in the hole if we get that far. One runner at first base, nobody out here. 2-1 the score in favor of Canyon View. North Sanpete trying to get back into this thing. Squares to bunt, not in time. Run at first base. They may have got her. She never got back to the bag. Great throw from her knees is Cameron Allen to Aaron Robinson. From her knees, Cameron Allen throws out the runner at first base.
So that's 2-3, correct?
2-3 for the first out, and that was a bad break, bad case of running there. Strike on that play right there, Bree Allred. And
Let me see. What's he doing?
waiting for the umpire's indication. Again, a great play by Cameron Allred right there on that throw down to first base. Quick snap throw. Hit right back up the middle. Cross to first base. That's an out. That'll go 1-3. And a nice play there by Peyton Lister to quickly react to that play. And that's the second out. Indigo North comes to the plate now. And Jada Bailey will be on deck.
Bailey in the hole.
Indigo North, first attempt in this ball game. Lister floats one. It's way high. Wilt might have had a trouble with that one. Of course, I shouldn't say Wilt Chamberlain because most people don't go back that far. So, sorry. So, yeah, age is 1-1 the count now. I guess in this area you have to call Rudy. A swing and a miss down low. It's in the dirt, but a swing and a miss nonetheless. Indigo North now in a hole, 1-2. 1-2 the count. Lister on the mound, or on the circle, excuse me. Baseball terms and softball terms. Swing and a miss, strike three right there on the outside corner. So what started out as a promising situation for North Sanpete quickly squelched here, and that'll be it for the top of the second inning. We'll be back with the bottom of the second in just a moment.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Complex now. Final ball game of the day, at least for today. And I can't go anymore. They have an ordinance here that won't let us play beyond 2 a.m. So this will be the last ball game of this night. Thank goodness, huh? To the plate will come Gracie Burt, the right fielder, followed by Madison Fuller, and Avery Trujillo will be in the hole. Canyon View up 2-1. That pitch is in the outside corner by Peyton Johnson, called a ball. Ball one. Toes the stripe, brings the pitch. Ball hits foul off the right side, strike one. 1-1 the count. Ball is going to be a bloop over third base, as she'll range back and come up with the play. Nicely done there by Heather Howarth. Ranges back behind her. Third baseman in softball play up tight for the bunts and the slaps. And so to go back like that is sometimes difficult. She makes it look easy, though. Heather Howarth with the catch there. Now Madison Fuller will come to the plate. Avery Trujillo on deck. Madison Fuller, pitch on the outside corner. No, you're not going to get that pitch.
Don't they have an ice machine downstairs?
And steps back into the box, Madison Fuller. Pitch is going to be inside corner, strike. They crowd the plate so much it looks like it's almost going to hit him, but it's over that inside corner. Got to get the hands out quick on that pitch. Back to the outside corner, ball. 2-1 the count.
What, 2-1?
2-1 the count, yep, with in the bottom of the second inning. Rips down the line, foul. I believe that's going to get over the fence, but not the fence that counts. So strike two, 2-2 the count to Madison Fuller of Canyon View High School. Johnson brings it. It's way outside. Full count now to Madison Fuller. Full count. One down in the inning. On deck, Avery Trujillo with back to the top of the order for Aaron Robinson. Hit down the third baseline, foul.
Well, but then you also have to look at the up, the down, scorekeeper, timer, and the two line judges. So there's 6. And then
So Johnson, Peyton Johnson back to the circle. Get the ball back into her. Indigo North, the catcher. Oldroyd at first, Allred at second, Howarth at third, Bailey at shortstop. They're going to switch softballs. Stedman in left, Bailey in center, and Emily Strait in right field. Defensively for the North Sanpete Lady Hawks. Steps to the toes the mark. Brings it. Popped into center field, maybe short. Nice catch coming in there by the center fielder, Bailey. Jada Bailey makes another catch coming in. Makes it look easy. So that's F8 for the second out. And Avery Trujillo in the box. Well, we assume it's Avery Trujillo. She's got 2 on her hoodie. We can't see if it's a 24, which is what it's supposed to be, but chances are it is. Although I don't know, they are making changes. The coach came in and made some sort of a change. Is there a number 2? Number 2 is on her sweatshirt. That would be Marty Hepworth, if that indeed was a change. Possibly Marty Hepworth. We're not sure. Pitch is outside, but there was a change. And there's a number 2 on her hoodie. So I'm assuming that's Marty Hepworth in place of Avery Trujillo. Well, the officials are making sure both coaching staffs know, but there's no communication coming here. Pop up down the line, left fielder ranging over, foul ball. Was hit well, but down the line, foul. In some 2A games.
So they did tell the coaches that there was another batter?
Kanab 4, Gunnison 4 in the bottom of the 3rd, and I believe Millard 9-1 over South Sevier right now in their ball game, if we're reading that right. Pitch is outside, ball. So again, folks, if we've got this wrong, we apologize, but they did act like they were making a change as this young lady came to the plate. Number on her hoodie is Marty Hepworth in place of Avery Trujillo. Called strike on the outside, 2-2 the count. If she gets on, we'll go back to the top of the order with Aaron Robison. Outside ball, full count now. Pitch comes, it's inside corners, called strike 3 there. They're giving that inside corner. That's it, 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So Canyon View remains in front, 2-1 after 2 full. We'll be back with the 3rd.
Castle Valley Orthodontics specializes in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models. It also offers interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork. We're at the top of the 3rd inning now. North Sanpete trending 2-1 here. They will send to the box Jada Bailey here to start this 3rd inning. Hits one off her leg. That'll be a dead ball. She'll come back, strike 1. And Bailey will be up on deck, and Madison Stedman in the hole here. The number 1 and 2 hitters coming up here in this inning. Stedman is the only run scored. That ball is hit down the line, foul. Stedman, if she gets to the plate here in the 3rd spot, she's the one that got a single and eventually scored for the lone run here for North Sanpete. So Bailey with 2 strikes now, with that one sharply down the first base line, but just foul. Peyton Lister still in the circle there for Canyon View. Brings a floater to the plate. Swing and a miss by Bailey. Fooled on that floater. And that's the first out of the inning. We'll go back to the top of the order. Dally Bailey comes to the line. It's no line, folks. It's a batter's box. There are lines out there, but it's not like the free throw line that I keep saying. It is the batter's box. Bailey struck out the first at-bat. A little bit high there, holds back, ball one. Madison Stedman will be next up. This is Bailey. Ripped into left field, base hit, gets past the left fielder. This could be a double. Rounding it, headed to second base, and that is a stand-up double there by Bailey. Beautiful hit down the line. So fast it was by the left fielder before she could almost react to it. So a double by Bailey. Gives North Sanpete some life here with one down. And Madison Stedman comes to the batter's box. She got a hit in the first inning and scored the lone run for North Sanpete. Lucy Oldroyd will be on deck. So Stedman stands in. Pitch is outside, ball one. Pitch coming from Lister. Hit right back up the middle. Lister knocks it down. She'll go to first for one, but that will advance the runner Bailey to third. So a nice play by Lister to knock that thing down and hold it to that spot. Had it gotten past her, it would have been up the middle and would have been able to score a run. So Stedman, I guess you can call that a sacrifice.
The runner to third. Oldroyd is now batting. Howard on deck.
Lucy Oldroyd is at the plate now with Howarth on deck. She floats that little floater. There is such a difference between her fastball and that change-up floater that she throws in there. It just almost freezes the batter. There's such a difference. Gets the called strike on it. Hard on the outside corner, ball outside. Howarth on deck. Oldroyd will step back in there now. 1-1 count. Swings it a low and fouls it off. Strike two. 1-2 the count. Top of the third here. 2-1 lead for the Canyon View Falcons with North Sanpete with a runner at third. She floats it in again, pops it out into left field. It's center field, gets by the fielder, and it'll be a stand-up double here for the batter, Lucy Oldroyd. And more importantly, it is a run-scoring RBI double. Ties the score there. And again, it was just that floater that Lister threw, and Oldroyd was able to hold back just long enough to make the swing, and got it out into left center field, and a diving attempt by the center fielder, just not quite enough, and the ball gets by her. So a stand-up double for Oldroyd. Score is now 2-2 in the top of the third. Pitch as outside, ball one from Lister to Howarth. Howarth, the first time up, sacrificed, got thrown out, but it was a sacrifice moving Oldroyd to third, but wasn't able to get her to score. Ball hit to second base, up to first base. Nice play from Glebe to Robison, and that will end the inning, but not before a run was scored to tie the game at 2-2 going into the bottom of the third. We'll be right back.
Top of the third for North Sanpete, we have one run on.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town and Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Complex. We are in the bottom of the third now. We're going to go back to the top of the order. And it will be Erin Robison, who singled her first time up and scored. Took second on a pass ball, eventually would score. And then Kenley Clove and then Cameron Allen are the three batters projected for this inning. And Robison runs out there with the slap technique from the left side and lets it go by. Called ball. You have to watch that because I believe that sometimes those batters are out of the box when they make contact with that ball, but I've never seen an umpire call it. So does it again, ball two. So 2-ball call on the batter, Robison. Runs forward again, ball three. 3-0 the count. You never really want to get that leadoff batter on. You certainly don't want to give a free pass to her. So Peyton Johnson now needs to come back with something here, but that's way outside again. I got the call on that one. Strike one. So Robison will step back in with a 3-1 count now. Shortstop almost right behind third base, waiting for that pitch to come there, that hit. But they fooled them all with a walk. So for the second time, in 2 times batting, Erin Robison is on base. That time taking a walk. And it brings up Kenley Clove. The shortstop steps in there. Clove struck out last time up on a full count. Pitches inside. Ball called. Indigo North has done a great job behind the plate for North Sanpete today. The games that we've called for them, done a great job inside in that catching position. Peyton Johnson right now, the pitcher. Ball is hit high down the right field line, but it's going to get out into safe territory, foul. Nothing but a strike in this situation. Kenley Clove, again, struck out the first time up. Cameron Allen will be on deck. She reached on a base on balls in the first inning and then scored one of the 2 runs. And we'll see what happens. She hits a ball. Third baseman makes a bad throw to second base. And the runner stays at second. So a tough play for Howarth going to second base. And it looks like maybe that might have been an error on the throw. So Kenley Clove will get to first, and it's an error, allows them to go to second base, and that's where the play was.
Error allows Clove to get to first. Robison moves to second. Allen batting. Webster on deck. Lister in the hole.
Cameron Allen now at the plate. Like we mentioned, she took a base on balls last time up. The ball must be slick because the pitchers keep asking for a redo on the ball. So it must be a little slick right now as the dew sets on these outfield grasses. And so wanting to dry, they've also gone to the rosin bag there on the mound. Both of them using that quite a bit now as the dew sets in with these cool temperatures now. Pitch on the inside is called a ball now with Cameron Allen at the plate. Sydney Webster on deck and Peyton Lister is in the hole. So steps back in, Peyton Johnson once again. Brings it, ball hit sharply past the second baseman. That'll get 1 run in. Runner heads to third base. They make the throw. It's a bad throw, allows the runner to get back to second base now. So on the throwing errors, it's a nice single with an RBI, but then throwing errors allow the runner, well, Kenley Clove would have gotten to third regardless, but the throw then allowed Cameron Allen to move to second on the throwing error. And we do have a runner come in, but again, the number, if there's one on her hoodie, we'll try to get it for you, but it's out there a little ways for these old tired eyes. We'll try and get it. She's in to run for Cameron Allen, the catcher. There again, they want to change on the softball, because there, anytime they touch that outfield grass or anything else, it comes in wet, slick. Hard to make a pitch, hard to make a throw. And that may be part of the problem with the throw to third base was so high, was a slick ball coming off that grass. Pitch outside, ball. Score 3-2 now for Canyon View here in the third inning. 3-2, runners at second and third. Nobody out here, and Sydney Webster at the plate. She was thrown out from the second base to first base last time. Second baseman fielded it, threw her out at first base. And there's a ball call there. So it looks like 2 balls called now for Webster. Lister's on deck. Ball's popped straight back here. Out of play. Strike 1. And Lister last time up is the one that got the single and the 2 RBIs. Webster with a 2-1 count now. Johnson trying to deliver here and get out of this jam. Swinging strike, strike 2. 2-2 the count. Stands in, moves up in the box a little bit now. Does Webster. Pitch is going to be outside, ball 3. Full count now. First base is open. You may not want to give her anything too sweet. She's the number 4 hitter, so you got to expect that she can put the ball in play and deep if you give her the right pitch. Pitch comes, pops it up, jams her inside. She fights it off, pops it up inside, goes out of play. So she'll live to play another day, as it is a full count up in there. So she'll step back in, 3-2 the score, and 3-2 the count. Nobody out here. Fouls another one off to the right side. Stays alive. Johnson steps back in. The pitch on the way. Ripped down the line. It better be foul or it'll be a big home run. And it is out of play. So she keeps fighting in there, keeps hanging in, does Webster. Johnson trying to find some way to get her out. It's a full count. 2 on. Ripped to shortstop, off the shortstop's hand, hard to handle. It's going to be a run scored. And a Bailey, that was just a bounce that came right up and hit her in the glove, but popped right out of the glove past her, allows a run to score. And that was probably an error in that situation. It bounced right up into her glove and just bounced past her. So Webster gets on the error. And that'll bring another run in, making it 4-2, and brings Peyton Lister. She got a single last time up, scored 2 RBIs in her at-bat, and then ended up stealing a bag after that. So was productive in her one at-bat. Ball's inside, ball 1. As a pitcher, it's great if you can help your own cause there by getting hits, stolen bases, and scoring runs. Johnson will step back to the mark. I'm going to throw that thing just off the outside corner there. Ball 2 to Lister. Step back in there, crowding the plate a little bit. Johnson using both the rosin bag and blowing in the hand to warm it. Pitch is inside, ball 3 now. Now, as a coach, you've got your number 5 hitter at the plate. She's just knocked in 2 RBIs. She's got a 3-0 count. Do you give the green light? Got to figure she's a pretty good hitter in that spot in the lineup, so you got to give her a pretty good chance here. And he just might turn her loose in this situation. Nobody out in the inning. It's a ball outside, so it'll be a walk. She holds off, and it'll be a base on balls to load them up now. That pushes Webster over to second, and Allen is still at third, so she loads them up, which brings Jada Gleave to the plate. Now, Jada Gleave, last time up, she flew out to the third baseman, so she's 0 for 1 thus far in the ball game. Anything on the grass will get 2 runs. And even a deep fly might get you a run. Pitch on the outside corner, they're going to give it this time. Strike 1. On deck is Gracie Burt, and in the hole, Madison Fuller. This is the 6th batter to the plate in this inning. Hits a high one into center field coming in. Not able to get there in time. Maybe can get the out at second. They missed the chance at the out at second. Try to go to third. They had second there. They could have made the short throw and got it because the run coming home was going to make it anyway. So Cameron Allen comes home on the hit. Webster goes to third, Lister to second, and Gleave gets the single and the RBI. The better play might have been there to go ahead to second base and get that sure out there and get some kind of an out rather than try and come home and get that runner because the runner had the break on him. It's tough. A lot of different decisions have to take place. The coach now for North Sanpete took some time to go to the mound. Now he sees his team down 5-3 here in the third. And the bad part about it is there's no outs yet. So 5-3, bases loaded, nobody out. And Gracie Burt to the box. She flew out to the third baseman last time. After that, you have Madison Fuller, who flew out to center field. And in the hole, well, Avery Trujillo or Marty Hepworth. We're not sure which will show up. So Gracie Burt at the box right now, at the plate. Now we're trying dirt in the hand. Anything we can to dry the hand out and get some kind of tension on the ball. Outside, ball 1. No place to put her. You got to throw strikes here. So ball 1 to Gracie Burt, number 7 hitter in the lineup, number 7 hitter in this inning. Brings it outside, ball again. Ball 2. Gracie really struggling there. They're trying to hang out on that outside corner, and they're just missing it. So she'll come again, but she's digging a hole she may not be able to get out of. Comes back to the inside. Ball gets loose, but no damage done. Ball 3, though, that's the damage. So 3-0 the count. Bases loaded, nowhere to put her. 5-2 is the score in the third inning. Pitch on the way. A called strike. And it's 3-1 now, the count. Fuller on deck for Canyon View Falcons. Inside and low, she was headed to first, but the umpire had better idea as he's going to call that a strike. Full count now. Runners can't necessarily go because nobody's out, so you don't want to get a strikeout throw out. So they still got to be careful around the base paths as there's nobody out. So pitch coming. It's way outside this time. No question on that one. Base on balls. will score a run now, as Sydney Webster will come in to score, and Gracie Burt will go to first on a base on balls. And that will bring up Madison Fuller. Madison Fuller flew out to center field last time up. Another shot into left, right center field. It's going to get through to the fence. One hopper to the fence. One run across. Second run is coming. Stand-up double by Fuller. And that brings 2 runs across as Peyton Lister scores, or her runner for her. And Jada Gleave comes in to score, pushing Gracie Burt to third and Madison Fuller to second. Madison Fuller's at second base on the double. And Gracie Burt goes to third. So we've got Avery Trujillo, we think this time it looks like. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's a hit to shortstop. Bobbled the ball. Run will score. And I believe that was Avery Trujillo that hit that ball. So it's an error, what gets her on. So an E6, as the wheels seem to be totally coming off right now for... So that's the 9th batter in the inning. We'll go back to the top of the order to Aaron Robison, as we're still in the 3rd inning here. Second time up for Robison. She took a base on balls and scored the first time she came up. Well, she didn't score on the base on balls. She took a base on balls that eventually scored.
You have 9, right? 9-2?
Yeah. She strokes it into right field. It's past the fielder. She dives for it. So runs will score. In fact, she may get it inside the park, or she's coming home. There's no throw. Inside the park, home run for Aaron Robison. Diving attempt in right field, and then could not get up in time to make the play. So
Aaron Robison with the home run.
Inside the park, home.
Park home run for a 3-run home run. Congratulations. Don't forget to come up and get your hot dog home run coupon. So now we're 12, right?
It would be 12-2 right now in the 3rd, as this thing is broken wildly open here in the 3rd inning. There is a 15-run rule after 3. So should Canyon View get 5 more runs, this ball game would be over at the end of this inning, because there is a 15-run rule after 3, a 10-run rule after 5. So the only reason we say that, the bases are cleared, but there's nobody out in the inning right here. So Kenley Clove now takes the ball. Last time she was up, I don't have how she got on, but she was on and scored. So she reached on an error. So pop up to the shortstop, and she'll take a basket catch there. That's the first out of the inning now for the Canyon View Falcons. And it will bring up Cameron Allen now. Cameron Allen reached on a base on balls, and then later a single in this inning. Got a single in this inning. So she'll step to the plate. Only one gone in the inning. Pitch outside, ball 1. Been a long inning. This is the 11th batter to come to the plate in this inning for Canyon View. Pitch outside, ball 2. Being very patient as Gracie Johnson's trying to hit that outside corner and just having a little bit of trouble getting that ball on the corner. Brings it inside, dribbler to third base, off the foot, dead ball. 2-1 the count as that goes down as a strike. Dead ball, hit the batter in the box. That's a dead ball. Ball inside this time. Ball 3, 3-1 the count. Gracie Johnson brings the pitch. Hit into left field, and the left fielder isn't going to do nothing but wave goodbye to that puppy. Long gone there by Cameron Allen. So 2 home runs in a row for the Canyon View Falcons. One inside the Parker and one well beyond this ballpark. That'll extend it to 13-2. 1 down in the inning, and Sydney Webster, the third baseman, comes to the plate. She's been up twice. She was thrown out in the first inning, and in this inning, she reached on an error on the shortstop in her only other at-bat, but she did come around to score. And so her second at-bat in the inning. This is the 13th batter of this inning. Pitch is going to be outside, ball 1. Keeps trying to hammer away at that outside corner, just not able to get it. Not consistently, trying to keep that ball out away from these big hitters from Canyon View. Just not able to quite make the contact with the plate. So Peyton Johnson to Indigo North. A ball hit over the left shortstop, goes to the left fielder. She finally wrangles that thing down. It'll be a single for Webster as the onslaught continues now. So Peyton Lister, the pitcher, comes back to the plate. Lister has a single in the first inning. She has a base on balls in this inning and scored. So she's back at the plate with 1 down and 1 on. This is the inning that never ends for North Sanpete, unfortunately. Peyton Johnson steps to the line again. Going to be a ball outside, a little bit of a change-up, but it's a ball to Peyton Lister. 13th batter of the inning for Canyon View. Swing and a miss. That one got the corner, and out there where Lister couldn't catch up to it. Nice pitch there by Peyton Johnson. 1-1 the count, 1 down. 13-2 now in favor of the Canyon View Falcons. Pop up back against the screen. Can they get to it? Not in time. It'll drop harmlessly to the ground. It'll be another strike, but Lister has life to continue to swing that bat. 1-2 the count. North Sanpete trying to find some way to get out of this never-ending inning. 1 out, runner at first. She wants a new softball. With the skins on these balls, they are a little bit plasticky, and they can get awfully slick. They've done that for durability with the ball, but sometimes it can cause some slickness on those balls. And so the pitchers have the right to petition a new one if they don't like what they've got. And they come out with one that's a little bit more dry. Then she uses the rosin, goes back to work. Pitch is inside. Called strike. Strike 3. Lister, I don't think, agreed with that, but that don't matter. The official liked it. So that's a strikeout, second out of the inning. And it brings Jada Gleave to the batter's box. And Jada Gleave, thus far in the ball game, flew out to the third baseman and got a single in this inning and an RBI. Floats one in there, does Peyton Johnson. Ball 1. '15th batter of the inning. The coach is going to come forward now. He's got some kind of an idea up his sleeve. Don't know what he's got going here unless he's going to make some kind of a switch or a change. Looks like there might be a change on tap here. Looked like maybe he was going to run a runner in there. The officials have told the other Here comes a runner now to go in. Looks like number 19, maybe. Number 19 for Canyon View. That's Sage Hancock in to run for Sydney Webster. So at the plate still we have Gleave. Another pitch outside, ball. Ball 2. 13-2. This has been a disastrous inning again for the North Sanpete Lady Hawks. 15th batter is at the plate of the inning. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there by Johnson. Strike 1. 2-1 the call now. Steps up in there. 2-1 the count. Inside, just off that inside corner. Catcher left it there a little bit extra time so the umpire could see it good, but he didn't change his call any. It's 3-1. Hitter's pitch here. 2 down, 3-1 the count. Going to call that one, and that will be, I don't think he, okay, it's a full count. That's exactly what I had. Full count now. Runner can take off on the pitch. It's going to be a single into center field. We'll see if she tries to go to third. Misses the ball in center. Runner comes to third. Runner goes to second. So no runs are scored. But what would have been a single ends up in being 2 bases now. That'll push the runner for Webster to third. And Jada Gleave gets a single with an error, goes a double on the error.
Gleave has a single and she makes it to second on the error in center field. Burt is now batting, Fuller on deck, Trujillo in the hole.
Gracie Burt now comes to the plate. She's got a base on balls, and she flew out to the third baseman back in the second inning. This is the 16th batter to come to the plate here in this inning. Runners at second and third now with 2 out. The ball is called.
You realize the second inning was only the last inning.
Yeah.
So long ago.
Swing and a miss on an inside pitch. Tied her up inside. 1-1's the count. This scorekeeper just mentioned this third inning has gone for an awful long time. Awful long time, unfortunately for North Sanpete. Ball hit down the right field line. If it's in, it is not, goes foul. So a long strike down the line. And Jada Burt. Madison Fuller on deck. And again, we talked about the 15-run rule. That is the problem. 15-run rule after 3, it's the end of the ball game. So if they score 3 more, this ball game is done. So Gracie Burt here, a chance to make something happen. A base hit will get you 2. If she happens to drop one on the other side of that fence out there, it's over. Ball outside, 2-2 the count. Oh, my mathematics was a little bit off. So, yeah, they would need 4 runs, not 3. Down the line, foul. E10. The coach missed it. EC off his hands, so now he's giving excuses to the girls on the bench. This is why I missed it. Don't you do that, yeah. Back to business here, 13-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Finally, the inning forever is over. So, after 16 batters in the inning, oh, poor North Sanpete. They lived through an eternity right there. That will be the end of this third inning, and it's 13-2 in favor of Canyon View. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the top of the fourth inning here for North Sanpete when we come back.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next truck at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The time to buy is now. Auto Farm has a huge selection. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Ford F-Series, including the unbeatable F-150, no one has more than Auto Farm. Find more great offers and all their inventory online at PriceFordSales.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Softball Complex. It's almost tomorrow here, but we're still playing. So in the top of the fourth inning, it's 13-2 in favor of Canyon View, who had a monstrous third inning, scoring 11 runs in the inning, sending 16 players to the plate. So North Sanpete now going to come out and try and make something, get back into this ball game somehow. Peyton Johnson will come to the plate, and she'll take a ball on the first pitch. Miramontes will be up next, and Bree Allred in the hole here in this inning. Pitch on the outside again, ball. Yeah. Good point made by the scorekeeper, thinking the same thing, is that sometimes a long inning like this, your own pitcher can freeze up and struggle to get the ball across the plate. As she now goes 3-0 on the batter, Johnson. Yeah, that's a long time to set there. So 3-0 count to Peyton Johnson now. Peyton Johnson struck out the first time up. That's a nice pitch down the middle there. So 3-1 the count now to Peyton Johnson from Peyton Lister. So it's Peyton to Peyton right now. Pitch comes. Pop up into right center field. It's a two-hopper to the fence. We've got a stand-up double on the way. Sure enough, great job there by Peyton Johnson as she gets a stand-up double. Hits that ball all the way to the fence in the right center field gap. Lister immediately asks for a new ball because it's damp from being out there. We've got a runner coming in with a hoodie on for Peyton Johnson. And we don't know who the runner is. We apologize for that. But Peyton Johnson, the pitcher, will go sit down now, and the little runner will come out to run for her. Is it the other Peyton Johnson? Could be. The other Peyton Johnson, possibly that runner there, and
because Peyton's the first one and Oakley's the second runner. Isn't that what they said?
So Peyton Johnson, the runner, we think, and the ball hits the batter, so the batter takes her base. So Miramontes goes down to first by hit by pitch.
So she's on first. Allred now batting, North on deck and Bailey in the hole.
We just mentioned off air a little while ago the real crime would be now, I guess it's not a crime, but you come out cold, Canyon View does, and you turn around and give up 8 or 10 runs back. After all of that, and that can happen because you come out cold. You've been on the bench for 30 minutes, sitting there in the cold temperatures. So right now you got 2 runners on, nobody out. That's a nice pitch down the middle there now to Bree Allred. And Bree Allred will take the called strike. As we mentioned, you got Miramontes on because she got hit by the pitch. And Peyton Johnson with the stand-up double. Pop up in the air. If they're going to call an infield fly rule here, they do. He catches it anyway, does the shortstop Kenley Clove. So that's the first out of the inning. That was up there a long ways. The official immediately gave the infield fly rule call.
caught by the shortstop for the first out.
So that will bring Indigo North to the batter's box. She struck out in the second inning, her only at-bat in this ball game. Whoa, Peyton floats that changeup. Got called a ball, though, I believe.
I didn't see his arm go up.
Nope, he took his time and never got the arm in the air, so that's a nice pitch on that inside corner. A little bit of a breaking ball, broke back away from the batter to the inside, brought it over the plate. Strike on the inside part. So 1-1 the count. One down in the inning, 2 runners on. Pop to the right-hand side. First baseman gets over and makes the play against the fence. Nice play there by Aaron Robinson to make the second out. So that's an F3 for the second out. Leaves the runners at first and second. Got Peyton Johnson's runner, Peyton Johnson, at second. And Miramontes at first. First pitch now to Jada Bailey is called ball. Bailey takes the second pitch now. Inside, does not catch the inside corner. Ball 2. Jada Bailey gets on base. It'll go back to the top of the order with Dally Bailey. Pitch. Dribbled down the first base line. First baseman runs over, kicks it up, touches first. Good job, Aaron Robinson. And that'll be the third out. And that's a 3 unassisted on that play. So that will end the inning there. The top of the fourth. It's still 13-2 in favor of Canyon View. And they'll be coming to bat here in just a moment when we come back, leading 13-2. We'll be right back.
Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Okay, welcome back here to Spanish Fork. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning now, and you've got a 13-2 lead. Now, a couple of things can happen here. Right now, the 10-run rule is in effect after 5, but should Canyon View get 4 here, the ball game would be over also. 17-2 would be the 15-run rule after 3. First pitch from Johnson is called a ball. At bat is Madison Fuller, her third at bat of the ball game. She flew out to center field and she got a double last inning. Pitch way outside, ball 2. Steps back in. Peyton Johnson comes to the line. Floats one, but a little bit high. Ball 3, 3-0. Really struggling with the grip on that ball. She goes immediately to the rosin bag. She tries a little dirt in her hand. She blows on her fingers. Anything she can to try and get a little bit of grip. That's a strike on the inside corner. 3-1 is the call. And we went from cold, rainy, and snow this morning to a very pleasant day, and now it's really quite cold out there for these youngsters playing the ball game. Pitch inside, ball 4. Take your base. Leadoff runner is aboard in the person of Madison Fuller, bringing number 24, Avery Trujillo, to the plate.
Fuller goes to first on base on ball. Trujillo now batting. Robinson on deck. 12 in the hole.
Trujillo the person in this position, because we think at one at-bat it was somebody else, but the position in this, a strikeout, and then reach on an E on the shortstop. So first pitch there is a called strike here in the fourth inning. And the next pitch, hit, shortstop, pop up, easy catch for the shortstop. And that's Dally Bailey with an easy catch there for the first out of the inning. So that will bring up back to the top of the order now Aaron Robison. Aaron Robison has a single, a base on balls, and an inside the park home run with 3 RBIs. So she's been very productive today out of that leadoff spot, batting left-handed. She's shown that she can do the slap technique, and she's also shown she can hit with a little bit of power out of that slap technique. So that's a running strike 1 to Aaron Robison. She has been shown great patience and discipline with the bat. This time she'll punch it down the left field line. It's going to drop foul on that left field side. Just tried to punch it that way, so it'll be 2 strikes on her. So again, one down, and then again, the possibilities in this game are, if 4 runs are scored in this half of the fourth, the ball game is over on the 15-run rule, or if North Sanpete comes up and cannot score runs in the top of the fifth, then the 10-run rule applies. Either way, North Sanpete's in a world of hurt right now. And Aaron Robinson runs right by that ball. It's high for a ball. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Again, tries to slap it to left field. It's going to be a foul ball out of play. Winner of this ball game will move forward, and will move into the ball game, and they will play the loser of Carbon and South Summit tomorrow morning. That game will be played at 10 a.m., and then the loser of that ball game will drop down at 12:30 and play the winner of this ball game tomorrow at 12:30. So still lots of games to be played for somebody here tonight. And in the other ball game, you've got that ball's going to drop in. Ooh, just barely gets there in time. Had to wait to see if the ball was caught. And Madison Fuller does get to second base on the base hit by Aaron Robinson. So Robinson stays hot. She's got a hit, a base on balls, an inside the park home run, and a hit. 3 for 3 with a walk. So Kenley Clove now comes to the plate. And they don't like that ball because it touched the grass. So they got to get rid of it for a while and let it dry off. Come in with a new ball or a fresh ball. Pitch coming. Ooh, tried to hold up the swing. Did she hold up? They're going to say she did hold up, so that's a ball. Kenley Clove. 1 ball as the call. So Union and Grand playing on the other field over there. This is going to be a blooper. Is it going to stay fair? A good attempt by the shortstop, Bailey, to get over there in foul territory and track it down, but wasn't able to get to it. So that's a strike call. 1-1 the call now. 1 down. Runners at first and second. On deck is Cameron Allen is on deck here. Kenley Clove at the plate. Pitch is outside and low ball. 2-1 the count now. Just unable to get the outs here. North Sanpete. They are the 10th seed, and Canyon View the 6th. That's a ball outside. So it's 3-1 now. A walk loads the bases. Clove steps back in. Peyton Johnson toes it. Getting ready to bring the pitch. Going to be a called strike on the inside half part of the plate. Nicely done there. Way to recover there by Peyton Johnson. Full count now with one away and runners on first and second. And here comes Johnson with the pitch. Ripped down the line, foul. Come back to play that one again. In the 2A, last we heard, Millard was beating South Sevier, and Gunnison Valley was beating Kanab. I don't know if that's still the case. We haven't had word from that part of the vineyard over there in a while, so we're not sure what's going on. Although Kanab and Gunnison were tied last information we got. Another rip down the third base line, just foul. It was closer, though. So it remains 3-2 full count. One out, two runners on. And I've learned from my math that even if she hits a home run, the game's not over because that's not 4 runs. That's only 3. So I've been taught here today. Pitch come. High fly ball down the right side. First baseman settles under it right on the line. Makes the catch for the second out. So high fly ball down the line, but unfortunately it was too far up and not far enough out. For the second out of the inning, runners do not advance. Cameron Allen comes to the plate. And she has got a base on balls, a single, and a home run in this ball game. So again, another very productive set of at-bats for the batter, Cameron Allen. A ball called on the outside, and she'll have a second pitch coming here. Pitch is way outside this time, ball 2. Johnson being very careful until she gets in trouble with the count, and then she comes back and pitches very well. Needs to be maybe a little bit more aggressive a little earlier in the count. Not getting the hole. Strokes it, line drive to shortstop, and she picks it off. So that'll be the end of the inning. And unless North Sanpete does something in their half of the 5th, that will be the end of the game as far as offensively for Canyon View. They remain 13-2 here, so North Sanpete would have to get at least 2 runs to keep the game going. So we'll be back with the top of the 5th in just a moment.
JN Auto loves our customers and our community, so we have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork now. Top of the 5th. And it's fairly simple for North Sanpete. They got to get at least 2 runs here to keep this ball game going. They start off at the top of the order now. Dally Bailey comes to the first pitch is a strike, second pitch is a ball, 1-1 the count. Bailey on the day struck out and got a double. So 1 for 2 on the day. And Peyton Lister still on this in the circle. Swing and a miss there by Bailey. Strike 2. 1-2 the count now. 1-2 the count. Big pitch coming up here from Lister. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's 1 down here. And the throw down to first base. Good thing the runner didn't get to run there. That was way off base. But that's a K here. First out of the inning. And North Sanpete down to just 2 outs now. As Madison Stedman comes to the line with Lucy Oldroyd on deck. Stedman has a single in the first inning and a sacrifice in the third inning. And that's it for her in the 2 at-bats. 1 for 2 with a sacrifice. And she'll step in against Lister now. Peyton Lister. Dribble her down the third baseline. It'll roll foul. And that'll be strike 1. Strike 1 to Stedman. Lucy Oldroyd on deck. And Heather Howarth in the hole. If we get that far. 13-2. 10-run rule in effect at this point. Pitch down the line again. Fair this time. Picked up third base across to first. Big out there. You go from Webster to Robinson for the second out. And they're down to their last out now. Second out. Lucy Oldroyd will come to the plate. Oldroyd was able to get on in the first inning. And then also a double in the third inning with an RBI. So she's been productive too. That's a high called ball. Pitch on the way. Hit down the line, foul. Crisply down the line, but foul. So 1-1 the count. Exchange of softballs there. The other one hit the grass. They're going to get rid of that one for now. Oldroyd 1-1 the count. Down to 2 strikes now for North Sanpete. Got to make something happen here. Oop, floater goes high on that changeup. It'll be 2-1 the count. Pitch from Lister. Down the line again, hard foul. That third baseman may want to back up just a little bit if she's going to hit the ball like that. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, 13-2 the score, 5th inning. Still 2-2. Peyton Lister back to the circle. Brings the floater. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And I believe that is the ball game, folks, as she threw that changeup. And it was just too big, too hard to resist. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. And that would be the end of the ball game with Canyon View winning 13-2 on the 10-run rule in the 5th inning. And that will send North Sanpete, they played valiantly today, but that will send them home. And Canyon View will move on. And they will get the winner tomorrow, the loser, of Carbon and South Summit. And that one will be played at 10 o'clock. And then the loser of that will drop down and play Canyon View at 12:30. So Canyon View survives. Nice job by North Sanpete to battle back, but just not enough in this ball game, as they will go down to defeat 13-2 in this ball game. Other games going on right now. Grand, I believe, is ahead of Union in this ball game that's going on now. Grand is up on Union, and they could advance, and they would play the loser of Manti. Grantsville also be played at 10 tomorrow. In the 2A bracketing, last we heard, Gunnison Valley in a tight ball game. Millard was up a little bit bigger on South Sevier, so we'll see what happens there, and they will be in the same situation. They will play the losers of the games that will be played at 10 o'clock, and those will be drop-down games. So, again, we appreciate everyone that helped out to make this happen today. It's been a long, difficult day because of the weather delays, but the grounds crew and the organizers from the State High School Activities Association have done a bang-up job to get her done. And so that's it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with more ball games. Thank you.